The Star and Diya program was actually started by Mrs. Simone Tata 25 years ago. And I think the idea was to include as many people to give joy or to bring joy to other people's families. And I think the only two main Indian festivals where people are gifting is Diwali and Christmas. And so I think she had this idea that, let's bring joy not only to our customers for buying, gifts for their loved ones through diyas and stars for Christmas, etc., but also provide that love and joy to lesser privileged people in the country. And so the proceeds of the sales of the diyas during Diwali and the star hanging ornaments for Christmas, the proceeds entirely go to a non-profit organization. So Gul Meher is a non-profit organization specifically targeted towards women to increase or enhance their livelihoods through alternative means. Gul Meher was actually introduced to me by another non-profit organization called Srujna. They actually train women in different skills. Plus, they also train them in marketing, financial inclusion, budgeting, all of those things. And these are women from slums or from villages. And they connected us when I told Srujna that I'm looking for someone who can make stars for us for Christmas. And that's how we got connected with Gul Meher. In the case of the diyas, the Cancer Patients Aid Association approached us because they have been working with other Tata Group companies as well. And they had some fabulous collection of diyas, which these women had made, some men as well. We, on the other hand, also approached one or two other non-profit organizations to create diyas and stars for us. And the other pronged approach is then giving the proceeds to the NGOs, which are completely separate from the NGOs that created the diyas and the stars. On the stars, the way we have impacted community there is through Gul Meher, we have worked with women rag pickers who have been working in one of the largest landfills near Delhi called Ghazipur. And these women, as you can imagine, have been exploited and don't have too many means of livelihood rather than just picking rags and distributing it to others. What Gul Meher has done is that they have picked up 8 women who were rag pickers, trained them in product making, trained them in art and design. And now these 8 women are no more rag pickers. They are actually women who have the skills, who have the artistic ability, just needed someone to hone them, to hold their hand and take them through. And now these women design and produce. They've produced for us about 7,000 stars, just 8 women. So now they are no more rag pickers, they're now artisans. So the ones who are making diyas are actually family members of cancer patients. These patients come from villages, if they at all make it to Bombay, to Tata Memorial Hospital. They don't have a place to stay. They don't have food. They have left their households and their children and come to the city and require a lot of support financially as well for the treatment of their relatives who have cancer. So the social workers at Tata Memorial Hospital recommend the family members of the cancer patients to Cancer Patients Aid Association. And the program of creating diyas for Trent is what supports these people financially to take care of their sick loved ones. So the project takes care of their dharamshala expenses, it takes care of their food, their transport to and fro to the hospital and back, and of course the medical treatment, whatever bare minimum Tata Memorial expects. Har Ghar Nal is the project that we have with Cine, which is in coordination with the Government of India's Jal Jeevan Mission. Right? So what the Government of India is doing is they're bringing major pipelines from water bodies in villages to a certain point in a village. So from the lake, they will bring the pipeline to the center of the village. But what Cine is doing is connecting those pipes to smaller pipes which go to every single household in that village, fix taps onto them, and then are able to get fresh water, groundwater, to each and every single household through these taps. I'd like to share a story of an individual woman. She literally used to walk 4 kilometers twice in a day. So 8 kilometers a day just to fetch water. That was almost half the day gone in just going back and forth, getting water for everyone to drink, to wash, to cook, and all of that stuff. And when the first time Sini laid the pipes and brought the tap literally right outside her doorstep, and the first time she actually opened that tap, she had, like, I didn't know whether water was coming from her eyes or whether it was coming from the tap, because she was like, I don't have to go through drudgery anymore. I can actually spend time with my children. I can actually sit and make my son study, which he doesn't. She said, I have time for myself now. I want to sew, I want to knit, I want to learn something new. I have time for myself now. So 37,000 homes in 150 villages in 3 districts of Gujarat now have taps at their household levels. But I think the reason why we've kept it going is because exactly these stories, right? That's what makes us keep going year on year for 25 years, is that we know that we're bringing change, big or small, but we're bringing in change into the lives of people who are less fortunate than us. Whether it be cancer patients, whether it be people who have no water in the villages, whether it's somebody who needs a midday meal in schools which are not being provided to children. Those are the kinds of impacts that we have been seeing over the years, and we want to definitely continue with that. So what we're doing in terms of new plans for Star and Diya is we're actually conducting a customer survey to understand where is it that the customers would like their money to go. Would they like us to continue with the Jal Jeevan Mission program in some other states rather than Gujarat? Or would they have us work with children, with education, with malnutrition? We're leaving it up to the customers to let us know.